Hello students, so today we will again look into the problems of transportation problem wherein we are trying to find out basic feasible solutions by three methods. So the second question on it is, for the following transportation problem, find basic feasible solution by northwest corner rule, low cost entry method, that is matrix minima method, and Vogel's approximation method. So in this question they have already formulated a transportation problem. In earlier problem, if you can see, they had given this availability and requirement in terms of statement, and they had asked an additional question to formulate the transportation problem. In this they have directly given the availability and requirement in rows and columns. So there are three origins, that is from 1, 2 and 3, and there are three destinations A, B and C. So they have given the cost matrix and they have given the availability and requirement. So let us see the first method, that is northwest corner rule method. So what does this method say? In the first cell, that is which is towards the northwest cell, you have to make the allocation between the minimum value of AI and BJ. So here among 10 and 40 the minimum value is 10, so that in this box write 10. So this entire row availability is completed. Therefore we will go to the next row and see the northwest cell and make the allocation. So in last class, if you remember, we had made the next allocation in cell 1, 2, not in this cell, because this cell was completely exhausted. Here this is the reverse case, because we have made all the allocation to the cell 1, 1, this completely is vanished. Therefore we'll come to the next cell, and here out of 40 requirement you have completed 10, therefore 30 is remaining. Now in the next cell, to make the allocation, you have to see the minimum value between corresponding AI and BJ values. So in both the cases it is 30 and 30. Availability is 30 and requirement is 30. Therefore make 30 allocation. So this complete column and this row is vanished. Therefore go to the next northwest corner cell, which is this one, that is cell number 3, 2, that is third row and second column. Again, to make the allocation, you have to check the minimum value between 40 and 20. Your 20 is the minimum, so this is completely vanished, and here 20 is remaining. Therefore for the last cell the allocation made is 20. So you can see all the requirements are fulfilled. So now to find the solution, we can write from 1 to A how much quantity is been allotted, 10 quantities, therefore cost will be 10 into 50. Then from second to A, cost will be 30 into 90. Then the third one is from 3 to B, 20 quantities is allotted, therefore the cost is 20 into 200. And the last one is from 3 to C, 20 quantities are allocated. For each quantity the price is 50, therefore for 20 quantities the cost will be 20 into 50. So multiply and take the summation, you get the total cost. Therefore the total cost is 8,200. And to know whether the solutions are generate or degenerate, what you have to do, you have to take m plus n minus 1. Here m, that is origins, is 3, n destination is 3, so 6 minus 1 is 5, and we'll see how many allocations are made. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here there are only 4 positive allocations, that is which allocations is less than m plus n minus 1 value. Therefore we say the basic feasible solution is degenerate. So this is northwest corner rule method. Now we'll see the next method, that is matrix minima method or low cost entry method. In this you have to check the value in the cost matrix whichever is minimum. So you can see here 30 is the lowest cost value, so you have to make allocation to that cell. So check between its corresponding AI and BJ values. AI value is minimum, that is A1 is minimum, so in the box allocate it as 10. So here 10 is remaining, so this complete row is vanished. Again make the next table with 2 and 3 and ABC. Here B2 is 10. Again in the cost matrix check for the minimum value which is 45. Make the allocation, it is between 10 and 30. Therefore 10 will go in this and this row is completely vanished, and here you get 20. So make another table wherein B column is completely vanished. You are remaining with A, C and 2 and 3. Check the least value which is 50. Make the allocation between 20 and 40, it is 20, therefore this becomes 20, and this column is completely vanished, so you are remaining with A. Therefore in A the least value is 90, so 20 is allocated there. Here 20 is remaining, so availability is 20 and requirement 20, so this is allocated as 20. So the solution will be again same, wherever the allocation is made, for that number of allocations multiply the cost, take the total cost, you get it as 8,950. So here you can see in the first one we have made from 1 allocation is made to B with 10 quantities. So 10 quantities from 1 to B, and cost for each quantity is 30, therefore we get 300. So on, right for all the allocations, find the cost. Again, and then this you can see there are 5 allocations made, 2 and 3, so 5 allocations made, and we had seen m plus n minus 1 value is 5. Therefore by this method we can say that the solution is non-degenerate. So now let us see the third method, that is Vogel's approximation method. So if you remember, in this method we have to create additional row and column for penalties. So how to find out penalty is, for the first row check the lowest and the next lowest value, take the difference, and this has to be checked only in the cost matrix, don't include this AI value also. So here lowest value is 30 and the next lowest value is 50, therefore the difference is 20. Make an extra column and write it. Similarly for the second row, lowest value is 45, the next lowest value is 90, therefore you get penalty as 45. And for the third row, lowest value is 50 and the next one is 200, therefore penalty is 150. Similarly you have to find out penalties for each columns. Here the lowest value is 50, the next lowest value is 90, therefore penalty is 40. Here it is 30 and 45, difference is 15, and in the last one it is 50 and 170, therefore the penalty is 120. So once you get a penalty row and column, the next step is to identify whichever row or column has the highest penalty. Here third row has the highest penalty among all, which is 150. Therefore you have to make allocation in that row wherever the cost is minimum. So among 270, 250, you can see 50 is the lowest cost value, hence you have to make allocation in that cell. Therefore you have to check between the corresponding AI and BJ value, whichever is the minimum, that value has to be allocated. Hence we are allocating 20, so in this box write 20. So this entire column is deleted and here AI value will be 20. Again repeat the same steps till all the allocations are made. So in place of 40 now we have written 20, if you can see. Again make a column for penalty as well as for row. So once you get the penalties, check for the highest penalty value. So again it is for third row with highest penalty is 70. Make the allocation for the lowest value, which is 200. So here corresponding BJ and AI value is 20. Therefore you are writing 20 in this box, and this complete cell is vanished. So you are remaining with only A destination. Therefore you can make the allocation. So here 50 is the lowest one, therefore allocate 10, and here you are remaining with 30 because you have made the allocation. So this complete one is vanished. So you are making the last cell allocation as 30. Therefore you can see all the requirement and availability is completed. Hence write the solution again. So again here you can see only 4 positive allocations are made. Find out the cost, and hence it is a degenerate basic feasible solutions because only 4 allocations are made, and the cost here is 8,200. So I'll quickly revise this one. In this, first you have to find out the penalties for each row and column, and then you have to check for a row and column wherein the penalty is maximum, and for that corresponding row or column you have to make allocation wherever the cost is minimum. In that cell allocation has to be made. To make the allocations you have to look for the minimum value between AI and BJ, make the allocation, and then repeat the steps till all the allocations are made, and then find the solution. So the last problem is, for the following transportation problem, find initial solution by northwest corner rule. They have given a formulated transportation problem with 4 origins and 3 destinations ABC. Cost matrix is given and availability and requirement is given. So in northwest corner rule, the first step is to make the allocation in cell 1-1. So you have to make allocation between 8 and 10. Minimum value is 8. So therefore this complete one is vanished, and you are remaining with 2. Move to the next cell and make the allocation between its corresponding AI and BJ value. Minimum value is 2. So this cell is completely vanished. So you move to the next northwest corner cell, which is 2, and to make the allocation here 5 is remaining. You have to check the minimum value between its corresponding BJ and AI. So it is 5. This is completely vanished. Here 5 is remaining, and here you have to make allocation for the minimum value, which is 5. Therefore this is vanished. Here 4 is remaining. So make the allocation between 8 and 4. So you are making allocation as 4. This one was vanished. Therefore you are remaining with 4. The last allocation is 4. So initial solution will be, write down. So from origin 1 you are making allocation to A. From origin 2 you are making to A, B. From 3 you are making allocations to B and C, and from 4 you are making allocation to C. So quantities and multiply with the cost. Therefore you get total cost as 252. So if you write till here, this might be asked for 5 marks, and you can check whether the solution is degenerate or not. Here M is 4, N is 3, so 7 minus 1 is 6, and we'll see how many allocations we have made. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore we can say it is a non-degenerate solution because M plus N minus 1 is equal to here number of allocations made. It is not less than that. So with this we have completed the 5th unit, that is transportation problem, and we have completed the syllabus. All the 5 units are completed. The notes will be shared in the SharePoint. So in this chapter you have to remember the definitions. What is a formulated transportation problem? If they ask the question formulate a transportation problem, then the problem has to be formulated in this tabular form, and they might ask what are the steps involved in finding a feasible solution by certain method. If they ask, write the steps involved in northwest cardinal rule, then you have to write all the steps. You can even write in your own words. By now I hope you have understood the method. Similarly for other two methods, and they might ask the problems. Thank you.